Before the movies. Before the sold-out stadiums. Before the global fame, the brand partnerships, and the business empire. There was just one thing. A short kid from Philadelphia. With a dream bigger than his height. And a heart stronger than every NO the world threw at him. This is the story of Kevin Hart. A man who was laughed at, rejected, booed off stage. And still found a way to rise. To become one of the highest earning entertainers on the planet. This is From Grit to Gold. Kevin Hart didn't come from privilege. He didn't come from comfort. He didn't come from fame. He came from North Philadelphia. A place known more for crime and struggle than for opportunity. His mother, Nancy Hart, worked 2 jobs, strict, firm, and relentless. His father? A drug addict, in and out of jail, unpredictable, unstable, and mostly absent. Kevin grew up with a father who stole money from the house. Promises that were broken before sunrise. And a childhood defined by survival instead of innocence. School wasn't much better. Kevin was the short kid. The funny-looking kid. The kid who used humor not to entertain, but to protect himself. Comedy wasn't a dream. Comedy was a shield. And in those early years, he didn't know it. But life was preparing him for the stage. Growing up without a father leaves a hole. Kevin tried to fill that hole with jokes. Jokes about his home, jokes about his height, jokes about his pain. His mother didn't play. Strict curfews. Strict discipline. Strict focus. She didn't know she was raising a global star. She was just doing everything possible to keep her son alive. While other kids stayed out late. Kevin stayed home because Nancy said so. While other boys hung around the streets. Kevin stayed inside studying, because Nancy demanded it. But inside his heart, he felt something calling him. Something bigger. Something louder. A spark. A fire. A gift. He didn't know when it would come alive. But he knew it was there. After finishing high school, Kevin started working as a shoe salesman. Yes. A salesman. In a shoe store. Trying to push sneakers to people who didn't want them. But every time he cracked a joke, customers laughed. Colleagues laughed. Managers laughed. Everybody laughed. One of his co-workers finally said, "Yo Kev, you're too funny to be here. Go do comedy." It was a simple sentence. But it shifted the direction of his life. He started doing amateur comedy nights. Low-budget clubs. Bars where people were drunk and uninterested. Stages where comedians went to die. His first performance? Terrible. His second? Worse. His third? A disaster. But he kept going. He wasn't great yet. But he was hungry. And hunger beats talent every day of the week. Kevin Hart's early years in comedy were brutal. He was booed off stage. Insulted. Heckled. Told he wasn't funny. Told to quit. Told to change careers. He performed under the name Lil Kev. A name he later said belonged to someone who had no idea what he was doing. For years, the industry didn't believe in him. Club owners didn't believe in him. Comedy promoters didn't believe in him. Audiences didn't believe in him. One night in New York, a drunk man threw a chicken wing at Kevin's face. Another night, someone screamed, "Get off the stage. We came here to laugh, not watch a kid fail." Imagine working hard, believing in yourself, trying your best, and the world still saying no. Most people would quit. Most people would fold. Most people would accept defeat. But Kevin Hart had something special. Insane mental toughness. He didn't just take the insults. He studied them. He didn't avoid criticism. He used it. Every rejection became fuel. Every insult became training. Every failure became improvement. He kept saying one thing: I will outwork everybody. And slowly, the world began to change. Kevin didn't blow up overnight. Success took years. He performed in tiny clubs, then small comedy venues, then slightly bigger ones. His spine was nearly crushed. Doctors said he might never walk again. He lay in the hospital, unable to move, unable to perform, unable to work. For the first time, the unstoppable machine was forced to stop. In that moment of silence, he realized something. Life can disappear in a heartbeat. But Kevin didn't break. He fought. He recovered. He rebuilt his strength. He returned to the stage. Stronger, wiser, and even more grateful. Today, Kevin Hart is more than a comedian. He is a business empire. Heartbeat Productions, Laugh Out Loud Network, fitness brands, alcohol brands, media partnerships, real estate, global tours, investments, podcasts, streaming deals, book deals, TV shows, films, stadium shows. Kevin Hart is no longer the short kid from Philly. He is a global icon, a self-made millionaire, a cultural force, a definition of resilience. Kevin Hart proved that you don't need perfect conditions to win. You don't need a perfect family. You don't need a perfect background. You don't need perfect support. All you need is heart, grit, and an unshakable belief in your gift. This is From Grit to Gold.